Welcome to More Than Mindset, the only podcast that bridges the gap between spirituality and success. Go beyond the mind with clarity and confidence coach Kim Guillory and learn how to integrate your passion to serve with your skills and experience to create a business you love. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome back. Guys, I have to tell you, things are going so well. I am satisfied. I am fulfilled. I am happy and joyous. Hello, is there anything else? I'm in such a good place. This work that we have been doing, that this community has been doing, the ripple effect, the results that we are experiencing within the community have me feeling so satisfied. I feel like this is why I'm alive. That's it. That's all I want to share with you right now. I hope you all have just a glimpse of what that could be like in your own life and that you desire to bring it forward this year, because that is where this show is moving. That is what the Self-Healing Masters community is all about. It's us supporting each other on the path to wholeness, to wellness, because healing is not something that we have to go to attain. It is something that we receive. We don't want to be addicted to healing. Then you'll always be looking for a process outside of yourself to fix you because you believe you are broken. And that is not what self-healing is about. It is about receiving the wholeness and the wellness that is already within you. So what I want to talk today about is embodiment, how to embody that soul essence that you are, how to embody wellness and pleasure and joy and ease, how to embody life itself in physical form. So first off, let's talk about why we even have to be talking about this. It is because of the human condition. We have been conditioned to believe certain things that are not working for us, that are not true to us, that are not our reality. We have been conditioned to believe that we are unworthy, that there is something wrong with us, that we need something outside of us to fix us, that our body starts falling apart and your health will go downhill. And these are the things that we have been taught, and they are not true. So yes, the physical body is meant to last for a certain amount of time in this physical world. So there is some truth to that. The body will not last forever. The physical body will not last forever. Your soul essence will last forever, right? Like whenever we look at the physical body and truly understand the way that it functions, the way that it works, and we can see that the problems we are having now are all about the beliefs, the disconnection, and the conditioning. We have been separated from our wellness through these beliefs, what I call BS, which is the belief systems that has been handed down generations. Like it is the patterning, the behavior, the habits. So what I want to offer you is a way to embody wellness, wholeness, sensuality, pleasure, healing without doing, but with being it. Whole nother way to look at this. We are so used to doing. Give me the system, give me the steps, give me the process. I'm going to go and do it. I'm going to force it. I'm going to action my way to it. What I'm talking about today is completely different. We are going to embody what already is, but is not in our awareness. And that is the wholeness and the wellness and the ease and the joy and freedom pleasure, liberation from the BS, liberation from the lies that we've been told, from the dogma that we've been fed, which has caused separation from ourself and from our wholeness, from our own healing. And we have been taught to go and seek and search it outside of ourselves. And today, my friends, I'm going to give you a new way to experience yourself, your life, and what you want to attain in this material world. So first off, you have to know that it is already available within yourself. That's the first thing, and probably the hardest to understand, because we are so focused on getting the answers outside of ourselves, thinking someone else knows better, someone who has 8 years of college or someone who has a degree or a label or a title. We believe that they have the authority and we seek their answers. And it's not necessarily the answers to what we want to solve. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like we are so used to this homogenized system that we think that's just the way it works. And if they said it, it must be true for everyone. And that is a misconception. So the first thing is to really understand that you have everything you need within your own body. Guys, our body is so intelligent. Like it can maintain or regulate its temperature regardless of the temperature outside or the environment that you're in. The systems that are running this body, you are not having to turn those switches on and off. They're automatically running. The endocrine system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system. These things are regulated and running behind the scenes. They don't need you to stop and push buttons and set gauges and tell them what to do. The body is so intelligent. We need to tap into that intelligence and let it do its thing, and us maintain, regulate, control mind management, the way we think, the things we believe, as well as emotional regulation, or what I call self-soothing, the ability to regulate our emotions and manage our mind. That is our system to control. That is our job. That is something that we have to consciously do, because it does not unconsciously run. What's unconsciously running is the old belief system, or the inherited belief system, the way that we have been taught that things are. And it is defected for most of us. I don't know anyone. I was asking this in meditation the other day. I was like, I don't know anyone who personally accepts and loves their body as it is. Like, I don't know anyone who fully engages and appreciates and doesn't say anything negative about their physical body, about their health, about the way they look, the way they feel. Like, we have been trained to look at the things that need to be fixed, but we have not been trained to focus on the things that we do have, that we do want, on the things that already do work. We are not trained to appreciate. I love saying yes and more please. Yes, thank you. More please. More health. More wealth, better relationships, more intimacy, more spiritual connection, more of who I am, more of feeling good, pleasure, joy, ease, flow, more of that, please. More simplicity, more wellness, more wholeness, deeper connection, intimate relationships where we can be all of ourselves and to be accepted and appreciated. And guys, it doesn't come from society. It doesn't come from your partner. It doesn't come from your crowd or your tribe. It comes from yourself. And until we appreciate this physical body in this material world, we will not be able to embody all that we are. And if we can't embody what we are separated. Gosh, it's like I have so many stories and so much I want to tell you about this. So what I'm going to do is take you through an introductory of just starting to dial in and begin to entertain the idea of radical self-love and self-acceptance and appreciation. And it's a call for permission to receive more pleasure, better health, more joy and happiness and ease and effortlessness of being. It's a call to give yourself permission to be, if you want to call it selfish, go ahead. I call it personally responsible. This physical body, this vehicle, is yours to travel in this material world, to be an expression of divine essence, to be an expression of love and compassion, to be an expression of unique creation. So what is it that you want to create and contribute to the world in order to have it be a more beautiful or dynamic place to be? What is the color that you want to add to the tapestry? What is the design that you want to add to the photo or to the whatever the project is, right? The project of life, the project of being. Like, how do you want to leave your mark? That, so good. That's where I want to take more people. So let's start just by noticing our body and then noticing our dialogue about our body. What are the things that you tell yourself? Just stop for a moment, take a note. You can put this on pause, take out a paper and pen, and tell me all of the things that you say about yourself. How do you describe your body? How do you describe the way you feel about your body? Like, what is your inner dialogue about your appreciation for what it does? Is it focused on what you don't want and what you don't like? Is that what your inner dialogue is? Like, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you think about your body? When you go to bed at night, what is the last thing that you think about your body? And when you're walking through the world, what are you telling yourself about your body as you're walking down the street, as you're walking into the party, as you're taking a stand in front of the crowd that you're talking to? Imagine you're at the dinner table. There's 6 or 8 people there, and you really want to say something and you're ready to speak. What is the dialogue that is going on in your own mind about what they're going to think about you or what they're going to see? When you're getting dressed, when you're looking in your closet and you're getting dressed and you're getting ready to go somewhere, what is the intention of the clothes that you choose? Is it to hide a part of your body, or is it to express a part of your being? These are the things that you have to start to inquire. You need the awareness first. If you want to fully embody, if you want to tap into this radical self-love and acceptance and worthiness of being here on the planet, it starts with awareness. What are you telling yourself now? Do not skip this part. It is so important. We can't create a new ending by taking this beginning with us. We would just continue to recreate the same thing over and over. This is why people lose 30, 40, 50 pounds. They have that moment where they feel really good. They looking really hot. They loving themselves for that day. And then what happens? The same old story. The weight comes back. That's what we keep doing. We keep recycling that experience. I want to help you rewrite it. change the inner dialogue, and become the very essence of who you are in appreciation and gratitude for the physical body that you have in the material world, so that you can have the experience here that is rich and bold and loving. It's possible. So let's start with dialing in to the body as it is right now. So close your eyes, turn inward, and do a body scan, and take note of the inventory that you come up with about yourself. List all of the things, how you talk to yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what you hide, what you share, all of those things. Really taking note. For this particular show, we're just going to do an introductory to what is right now and take you to presence, so you can just begin to identify what's going on in your world right now. And then you will begin to recognize what created the situation that you are currently in. What is the exact way that you feel about your body now, and how we judge and compare and put down and ridicule. All of that disappointment we think is done in silence, but your body hears everything you think. So let's just start with awareness. And just that, my friends, takes you inside, takes you to presence, and that is embodiment. It's embodiment of what is currently happening in your life right now. And so it starts with that. We don't want to be so afraid of what we're thinking that we're bypassing it. We actually want to explore what we're thinking right now so that we can clean it up. So don't be afraid to write down these things because you think they're negative and that they're going to haunt you, or they're going to ruin they're going to ruin this idea that you have to be perfect, or all of that stuff. That is just BS, okay? So for today's show, I want you to close your eyes, dial in, take an inventory of the dialogue that you have with yourself about yourself. You may not even be telling this to other people, but it's something that you are secretly shaming yourself about, and we need to expose it. You need to expose it. I need to expose it. We've been doing this in the morning meditation, and I have to tell you, it has been a phenomenal experience of just recognizing the things that we say, which is really driving in the belief. So by keeping it secret and allowing it to continue to run, we're actually creating more of it. We're solidifying the belief, and it's the belief that we don't want. So we're going to start with that and take note, write it all down, take a few breaths where you are, and even love that. Even though it's not the way you want it to be, take note of what it is. And make friends with where you are right now. Stop trying to eject or reject where you are. It starts with presence. If you want to fully embody and belong to yourself and have this radical self-love experience, it's going to have to start with what is right now. We don't just keep the positive flowery parts. We have to keep all parts. And so we call this the shadow, the darkness, the negativity, right? That's how we interpret it. And we think that it's something bad, and we try to throw it away, never think that again, before we have the awareness that we're doing it. Now listen, once you're aware and you notice you're doing it, then you can consciously dispose of it. You can consciously put it away. But if you try to just throw it, just don't think that and throw it away, then you haven't actually claimed the reality. And so that's why it's called bypassing. So shadow dancing is being in the darkness and in the light. Yes, I am a divine being. Myself, this soul essence, this body, all of me are a creation of God. I am a spiritual being. I love all of myself, saying all of that. But then in the back of the mind, you're talking about one boob being bigger than the other, one eye being lower, one ear hanging, I'm 20 pounds overweight, or I have this back fat, or my shoe size is too big, whatever it is. Can you see the difference? Can you see the contrast? It's I love all that I am, and I see this as imperfection. I see where I talk down on myself. I see where I try to shame myself into losing weight. I see where I try to avoid what I'm thinking in order to think something else. Like just mentioning that you see all of it and allowing like this bridge in between, like, yes, this is what I think, even though I don't like it or don't want it. And then, yes, this is what I want, even though I'm not there yet. And you're kind of dancing between both worlds. So that is where it begins. Just notice. Come over to the More Than Mindset group if you want to share this. If you really want to do a deep dive into this work, we are doing this radical self-love. We have a new series coming out that's all about embodiment in the Self-Healing Masters community. And that's really where we're doing this work on a personal level. Because you can keep listening to this and you can keep reading books and you can watch all these body positive Instagram feeds and all of this stuff. I tried all of that, but there's nothing that compares to doing the actual work. And that's what I want to invite you to. And this is step one. We will continue on this journey. I'll continue talking about it. Today, I wanted to give you an introduction to what is embodiment. Embodiment is when you create the space, the container, to hold all that you are. So it's embodying this soul essence in this physical body, in this material world. And all of that is embodiment. So you are bringing your experiences, your resources, and all that you are into the physical body, giving it a place to rest. It's like making a nest within your own physical self that contains all of you mentally, emotionally, physically, even occupationally, financially, relationship-wise, spirituality, all of that stuff is actually a part of you. And you have to bring those fragmented pieces back home to yourself. Quit rejecting yourself, quit bypassing, quit avoiding, and quit shaming yourself. It's about coming to this gentle, compassionate space of being all that you are and giving yourself permission to be that, giving yourself the approval. Don't look for society to give it to you. You give it to yourself first. Then you won't even need it. Then society will for sure be giving it to you. It's so crazy how it works. I love you all. I'm so excited about this new year and really embodying more of life and doing it with you guys. All right, until next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.